Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my mid-year evaluation of 2024 reading goals. For the preparation of this video, I looked at the video in which I introduced 2024 reading goals, and I will use the same order that I presented them. For the Goodreads challenge, I had a goal of reading 100 works, and at the end of June I read exactly 77 works, so I'm quite ahead of my goal. My overall reading challenge for 2024 is Goodreads TBR challenge. At the beginning of 2024, I had exactly 400 books on my Goodreads TBR, and my aim is to decrease this number to at least 350, and at the end of June the number of books in my TBR was 354, so I am very close to achieving my yearly goal, and I made a quite detailed video about my progress, which I will link it in the cards. For book club books, I have 2 real-life book clubs, and I also read some books for online book clubs. For my first book club, which is called a New Book, I read Küçük bir Ayrıntı, Minor Detail by Adaina, Shibili, Dokuzuncu Hariciye Koğuşu by Peyami, Safa, Ağaçlar, Adası, The Island of Lost Trees by Elif, Şafak, Büyük Defter-Kayıp-Üçüncü, Yalan by Agota, Kristof, and Biz by Yevgeny Zamyatin. For the Besties book club, which we formed with 3 of my best friends, we read Biz Olmayız by Aziz, Nesin, and Tanrılar, Ülkesi of Lost Gods by Ahmet, Ümit. For my online book clubs, for Fear of Missing Out book club, I read 2 books, which were Tipping the Wallet by Sarah Waters and Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. For the Nancy Drew read-along, I read 5 books in Nancy Drew's series, which were The Secret of the Shadow Ranch, The Secret of the Red Gate Farm, The Clue in the Diary, Nancy's Mysterious Letter, and The Sign of the Twisted Candle, all by Caroline Keene. For books of Alfred Hitchcock, I plan to finish the remaining 8 books on my list until the end of this year, and in the first 6 months I read 5 of those books, which were To Catch a Thief by David Dodge, İyi ama Harry'i Kim Öldürdü, The Trouble with Harry by Jack Travers Story, Vertigo by Pierre Ballou and Thomas Nargerak, The Birds by Daphne du Maurier, and Marnie by Winston Graham. So I'm on track and even ahead on my goal about books of Alfred Hitchcock project. TBR Vets Cup consists of books that appeared on my previous TBRs and have not been read yet. Each month I pick a book to read. So far I read 5 books and DNF'd 1, so all of those books are no longer on my TBR. From the cup, I picked and read An Unnecessary Woman by Rabih Alemendin, Verity by Colin Hoover, Mahur Beste by Ahmet Hamdi Tanpınar, Professor Dr. Rafet İnan by Ari İnan, and The Pursuit of Love by Nancy Mitford. I DNF'd the book that I picked in the month of February, which was Gerçek Bir Hikaye by Lucian of Samosata. For Read Your Shelf Challenge, created by Chantel, I'm following the path of Sherlock Holmes, and the books that I chose, as well as picking books from my TBR for this challenge. I tried to pick the books that were already on my TBR before the year 2024 as much as I can. For this challenge, I read Separation Anxiety by Laura Zigman, İyi ama Harry'i Kim Öldürdü, The Trouble with Harry by Jack Travers Story, The Guest List by Lucy Foley, Murder by Invitation Only by Colin Cambridge, A Kind of Paradise by Amy Rebecca Tan, and In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. 4 of those books were on my Goodreads TBR before the year started, so I'm doing quite well with this side goal, as well as picking books for Read Your Shelf Challenge. In the year 2024, I plan to finish or be up to date in at least 10 series. And so far, I finished 2 series, which were House Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones and Castles Ever After series by Tessa Dare. And I'm up to date in 3 series, and those series are Heartstopper by Alice Osman, Philada Bright series by Colin Cambridge, and Woman of Troy series by Pat Barker. However, I also DNF'd 5 series in Try chapter videos, in which I pick up books from my Goodreads TBR and decide if I want to keep them or not. The series that I DNF'd were Inspector Ekman series by Barbara Nadel, Inspector Morse series by Colin Dexter, Ellery Queen Mystery series by Ellery Queen, The Short Hannah series by John Buchan, and Bridget Jones series by Helen Fielding. So I can say that with the amount of series that I DNF'd, I'm quite ahead of my goal, even if I do not count the series that I DNF. I'm on track with finishing or being up to date in at least 10 series. For Reading Around the World Challenge, I plan to read books that are taking place in at least 25 different countries. And in the first 6 months, I read books taking place in 21 countries, which were Turkey, USA, England, France, Israel, India, Lebanon, Mexico, Palestine, Austria, Cyprus, Ireland, Germany, Greece, Italy, Australia, Sweden, Chile, Brazil, Switzerland, and Thailand. My second goal was to read books that are taking place in 10 new different countries. What I mean by that is new countries than the countries that are already existing in the map before the year 2024 started. I read books taking place in 6 new countries, which were Palestine, Austria, Cyprus, Italy, Chile, and Brazil. So I'm one step ahead of my goal, but unfortunately in the previous 2 months I did not add any new countries to the map, so I plan to focus more on that goal in the second half. Although it was not a definite goal, I plan to be as social as I can while trying to achieve my goal of reducing the number of books on my Goodreads TBR. I tried to read books from series or the books that were already existing in my TBR. I read 6 books with Amy at Zobek, which were all in Lovett Stakes series. Undead Next Door, All I Want for Christmas is a Vampire, Secret Life of a Vampire, Forbidden Lights with a Vampire, The Vampire and the Virgin, and Eat, Pray, Love, all by Carolyn Sparks. With Nikki and Naomi, I read 2 books in Sam Wyndham series, which were A Rising Man and A Necessary Evil by Abir Mukherjee. I also read 2 books with Lori from the same author, which were Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune and In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. We plan to read more books from T.J. Klune in the second half as well. With Alice, who unfortunately passed away in June, I read The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick in the month of April. With Emily, I read Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. With Gaia, I read Gleanings by Neil Shusterman. With Kristen, I read The Husband's Secret by Liam Moriarty. With Rose, I read The Woman of Troy by Pat Barker. And with Sandy, I read The Hollow by Agatha Christie. I participated quite a number of monthly events in the first 6 months of 2024. In the month of January, I participated in Past and Future Readathon, TBR-athon, Nevermore Readathon, and Mardi Gras Readathon, although this Readathon extended to February as well. In February, I also joined Filmastic February. In March, I participated in March Mystery Madness, Middle Grade March, and Fierce Reads. In April, I participated in Old School April, People April, and started round 4 of Booktrover Bingo, which also extended to May. And in May, I participated in Middle Grade May and Misery May. In June, I started participating in 2 events which will extend to the second half of the year, which are Big Books Summer Challenge, which will extend until the end of August, and Booktrover Bingo, which will extend until the half of the month September. I learned that I could participate in the events without doing any prompts or just a few prompts. I think that was my main takeaway from doing the Goodreads TBR challenge. So this was my mid-year evaluation of my reading goals. I think I'm doing quite well with my goals, especially with Goodreads TBR challenge. I think I can be more active in online book clubs in the second half of the year. But other than that, I'm very satisfied with how I did on my reading goals in 2024. And as a goal-oriented reader, this makes me very happy. So please comment down below. Do you like to set reading goals like myself? Or do you like to read spontaneously and prefer to be a mood reader? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. For Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose secret. Secret means sır in Turkish, and sır is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.